Okay, so it comes to my attention that one thing about blockchain is it's secure, it's non-changeable, or non-manipulate, right?
Yeah, immutable.
On-chain, right?
Yeah.
So
Chain can't be changed.
so it's a huge, super huge problem if anything written in the code goes wrong, at least for other
Right.
blockchains. So
Like the parity wallet.
yeah, exactly.
Let's take that example. And it's a terrible, terrible situation. If you don't know about it, I'll give you it's from you could correct me if what I think happened is these guys from Parity, which is this very prestigious development house on Ethereum, wrote a wallet, and people put money into this wallet, and they didn't realize that they'd left exposed this kill destroy command that was public. It was supposed to be private. It was supposed to be no one could get to it. But they mistakenly left it public, and some guy was just sending kill destroy commands to random contracts just to see what would happen, because that's what he did. And the wallet received the command and promptly destroyed itself. And so everybody with money, there was like $300 million US in there worth of Ethereum, was suddenly inaccessible because the code had received a kill destroy command on itself, and it destroyed itself. And everyone's like, give me my money back. And there's no way to get the money back because there's no new command to send to the wallet to undestroy it. And you think, wow, that's really awful. And if you were on a code, the code is the law. You've heard that phrase, the code is the law. And on certain blockchains, that's true. For us, the intention is the law. So the intention of the code outranks the execution. So how would the EOS software blockchain handle that case? Well, you would say, I'm Parity, or I'm a person with money in that contract, and I need an arbitrator to help me out. And I would file a dispute with the wallet software writer and me and the arbitrator. And I would say, look, the intention I had when I ran this code was not to put my money in and have it be destroyed. That was never my intention. And I want my money back. And the wallet software guys could say, yeah, it was a mistake. We did not intend that. We did not say, please put your money in here so we can destroy it. That was not our business model, to destroy money. Okay, great. The arbitrator would look at it and probably would decide that, yes, this is an error, and they would write a transaction that would literally, two things could happen. One is to move money from one place to another, and the other is to do a set code. The set code is a way you can either create or overwrite a smart contract in memory. And if the Parity wallet people somehow lacked the privileges or lacked there's some way they couldn't just do it themselves. If you you can propose a transaction that you yourself don't have the authority to carry out. But the block producers have 15 of 21 multi-sig over everything in the entire system. They can change any piece of code anywhere at any time, but they are forbidden from doing that unless they are carrying out an explicit mandate from the token holders who have had a referendum and come up with some new policy, or they receive a written order from an arbitrator saying, this arbitrator, have this case. In this case, I'm telling you to change the code of the wallet, or I'm telling you to move the money out of the wallet over to this other place. And then the block producers would look at this order, would say, is this an arbitrator in good standing? Is the transaction that they've asked us to execute related to a case? Does the transaction affect only accounts named in the case? And there's 2 or 3 other validity checks. And if everything lines up correctly from a data point of view, that this is a valid arbitrator, a valid case, the case order affects the case accounts, they would say, okay, looks good to us. And after 15 of them sign the order, it goes into a 30-day execution queue, and it just sits there ready to run for 30 days. So everyone can look at it and say, hey, wait, that's not right, or object or whatever. And after 30 days, it just happens. So you could replace the parity wallet code with better code, and or you could pull the money back out, just as a matter of course. Rather than the code being the law, the intention is the law, and the arbitrator helps you make that happen.
Yeah, it's the best part. It's one of the best, or one of my most favorite parts, of EOS. So yeah, it's someone within the community basically can look after you.
That's the idea.
Yeah. So it's the most like simplified question, because it's only involved about token stolen. But let's hope.
And arbitration can't fix everything. Remember, I mean, if someone steals tokens and exchanges them for fiat or something, and they get off the chain with their money before you can notice it, before you can stop it, you may not have recourse. Right? This doesn't fix everything. It fixes a lot of things. And the other thing you might do if you're worried about having your tokens stolen is keep them staked. Because remember, when tokens are staked for CPU and bandwidth, you can't transfer them.
Right.
So even if someone hacks your wallet or breaks into your house and takes your private key, as long as your tokens are staked, they're unmovable. And as soon as you notice, hey, wait, someone put in an unstake order on my tokens. Who did that? You've got 2.5, 3 days to notice it. Raise your hand and say, hey, wait a second, my account's been hacked, and take steps to protect yourself.